in the area, or if he simply just made a wrong turn, and that's what led him to come up here. And hold on for just a moment, guys. I need to talk to our assignment desk. I'll be right with you. Joe, go ahead. Say that again for me, Joe. You got cut off. Yeah, Castilian Drive is a good one. It should be just to the west of the Hollywood Bowl. Hey, back with you guys here. My pilot, Alex Krewall, is looking out his side of the chopper, and he can see that this street is going to come to a dead end. So it was what we were expecting. Eventually, these streets do come to an end. So when that happens, that's really going to be a pivotal moment in this pursuit. At that point, this driver, of course, can give up. That's what would be the ideal situation, or he may try to hang a U-turn here. So we'll see exactly what he does. Here we go. Hands out of the wheel, or out of the window, rather. We can see the suspect has his or her hands outside of that driver's side window. We're going to try to get on the other side here in just a moment. Los Tilos is the street here that we believe this all came to an end at. Los Tilos here in the Hollywood Hills. We can see that the driver's door is open. We can see the driver's hands there. The police department is going to ask that driver to throw the keys out. That way, regardless of what happens, the driver will not be able to take off yet again. So that's the first thing we're going to see. If this driver is complying with the authorities, we're going to see those keys fall to the ground. At that point, the police department will ask that suspect to step out and show them his or her waistband, and that's what we're seeing now here. We see that this driver has his hands up. It is a male driver, hands up towards the sky, wearing that gray shirt and black shorts. He's slowly stepping away from the vehicle, following the commands of the officers that are directly behind him. He is now down on his knees, hands still up in the air, and now he is touching the ground with his stomach, fully extending his forelimbs. And I'm going to pull the shot out for just a moment here so we can see what the officers are doing as well. We may soon see a team of officers approach that suspect vehicle to make sure that there is nobody else inside. And at that point, we will also see a secondary set of officers approach the suspect and take him into custody. Until they can determine whether or not there is any other person inside of the vehicle, this will continue to be a very dangerous situation for the law enforcement personnel. So they are going to take as much time as they need to make sure that this comes to a peaceful end. I'm going to pull the shot out here for just a moment so that we can see how close this is to some of the major landmarks here in the area, that being the Hollywood Bowl. You can see it there. You can see that there's actually some type of show either about to begin or currently in progress. You can see that there is an audience in the stands. I'm going to move the shot back now towards that pursuit termination. You can see that that first set of officers has moved towards that vehicle. They are going to check inside, make sure there is nobody inside. They will also check the trunk to make sure that there is nobody inside of that car's trunk. Again, this vehicle had very dark windows, so it was not possible to see whether anybody else was inside. We now see another set of officers approaching this suspect. They are slowly going to put a set of handcuffs on him, and once they do, they will help him to his feet, and they will have him walk back to one of the police units where they will search his waistband, search his pockets, make sure that there's nothing on him that could possibly hurt them, and then this guy will be on his way to jail. But of course, you can see that the situation is not over yet. You can see that those two officers there still have their guns pointed at that car's trunk because they have yet been able to open that. They have not been able to check whether or not there is anyone in that trunk. So until they can determine that, they're going to be as fully alert as possible. So we will continue to watch that situation as we see the suspect also being now escorted to that patrol car, where he will be put into that back seat in just a few minutes and be taken off to the jail for the Rampart division of the LAPD, who is the division who is actually in pursuit. For a time, we did have HollyHood officers join in the efforts. They backed off because there were enough Rampart division units already in pursuit, so they were the ones that followed this pursuit from the MacArthur Park area, and it all ended here, of course, in Hollywood, adjacent to the HollyHood Bowl. And there we go, the trunk is open. The suspect's taking a good look. And it does not appear that there is anybody else inside of the vehicle. There was word for a time that there were, in fact, two suspects in that vehicle. But of course, now that we see the termination of it all, we see that there is just that one male suspect, the driver, who is now in police custody. I'm going to pull the shot back out one more time so we can take a look at where this ended, adjacent to the HollyHood Bowl. Of course, a major landmark here in the Los Angeles area. You can see there, and I'm actually going to push the shot in just to touch that. I can show you that there is, in fact, some sort of show either in progress or about to begin. And of course, that's being interrupted by the